Okay, so today I'm gonna share you my favorite song from two favorite song from each of the legendary singer, which I consider as a legendary singer, and everybody might be considering them as a legendary singer. It's 55 legendary singer. Yeah. So let's start. Let's start with the Queen of Soul, right? The Queen of Soul. It's on alphabetical orders, and group and band are not there. Okay, group, band like like the Rolling Stone, the Beatles, they will be in another section, another editions. You know what I mean? So this one is a solo artist mostly. So let's start with number one in alphabetical orders. Number one is Aretha Franklin. No, what I mean is not not in the number, but I start with an alphabetical order, and Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul, is on number one, and I choose her song "Respect," and I say a little prayer. I say a little prayer as my two favorite song from her song. Now let's go to number two. Number two, Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse. She's dead, but she's a legend, man. Legend. So, Back and Rehab. They try to make me go to rehab. I say no, no. Yeah, that's one. That's the one. Okay, third, BB King, right? BB King, the legendary soul blues singer. Yeah, he's so good. So, from his song, I'll choose number one. I like all of his song, like "Riding with the King," "Riding with the King" by Eric Clapton and BB King. That's so good. But I'll choose "The Thrill Is Gone" and "Chain and Things." Chain and Things, right? Chain and Things. That's number three. Now let's go to number four. It's in alphabetical order. So number four, Bill Withers. Bill Withers, yeah, Bill Withers. I love Bill Withers, man. I love all of his songs, like especially that Grandma's Hand, right? Grandma's Hand, yeah, like that. But I'll choose "Ain't No Sunshine" and "Lean on Me." Lean on Me, come on, "Lean on Me" is one of the best song ever. "Lean on Me" is such an inspirational song, and I love it, man. Now let's move on to next one. Next one is Bjork. Bjork, she's the queen of the alternative rock song, right? Rock. So from Bjork, I'll choose. I love all of her song, of course, but I'll choose "It's Oh So Quiet." And number two, Venus as a Boy, right? So there we go. Next, six, Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan, the guy. He is the man, bro. Bob Dylan, I like all of his song, and everybody love his song. His songwriting is just phenomenal, and he even won Nobel Prize for Literature, man. I don't exactly remember the year, but he is just so very good. And I'll choose. I love all of his song, but I'll choose "Knocking on Heaven's Door," forever classic, and "Like a Rolling Stone," as my number one and two. Now let's move on to Bob Marley. Bob Marley, king of the reggae, right? The guy who founded the reggae, what I mean. So I'll choose Redemption Song. Redemption Song, such an iconic song for the African people and inspiring all the peoples around the world, man. So Redemption Song and "No Women, No Cry." That will be my Bob Marley choice of song from Bob Marley. So there we go. Now let's move on to number eight. It's Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly, the guy who died so soon. I love Buddy Holly, and from his song I'll choose "Every Day" and "Peggy Sue." Every day, na na na. Okay, that's the one. That's the one. If you don't know what I mean, yeah, everybody knows. Just okay. Now let's move on to number nine. Number nine will be. Now let's move on to number nine. Number nine will be Carole King. Now let's go. The alphabetical order is changing. It's moving on next to no C section, right? C section. Now We will start with Carol King. Carol King, man, Carol King is forever classic. Her song, I love all of her song, but the famous one, I think it's number one and two in on her Spotify list also. It's on my favorite list, so it's too late and you've got a friend. You've got a friend. That's the one, right? I'm so fucking weird, man. So now let's move on to next one. It's number 10, Carly Simon. Carly Simon, You're So Vain. The song will be You're So Vain and Coming Around Again. You're So Vain is definitely one of my favorite songs of all time. Like, you're so vain, you probably think so. Okay, that's the one. Now, number 11. Number 11, it's from Cher. Number 11 is Cher, the most iconic girl. She's a fashion icon and I love all her songs. But I'm gonna choose Believe and If I Could Turn Back Time. Number one, Believe. Number two, If I Could Turn Back Time. That's my song choice from Cher. Now let's move on to next one. It's Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry, the legendary rock founder, right? Chuck Berry is one of my favorite singer of all time. I love Chuck Berry, and from his song, I'll choose Johnny Be Good. Johnny Be Good, and number two. In number two, I'll say You Can Never Tell. You Can Never Tell. I love all of his songs, man. Like Roll Over Beethoven, and which one is that? Route 66. Everything is so good. Chuck Berry is the man. So now let's move on to number 13, D, and David Bowie. What's not to like about David Bowie, man? David Bowie, everybody love David Bowie. He's just an icon, and I love all of his songs. But I'm gonna choose. It's hard to choose two songs from David Bowie, but I'm gonna choose Changes and Heroes. I love like The Man Who Sold the World, and I forgot that other one. Like I know I like all of his songs. So there we go. Now let's move on to number 14. Number 14, it's Diana Ross, man. Diana Ross. She is in a legendary group called the Supreme. The Supreme, I think. Yeah, right. But when she practiced her solo career, it's so good, and I like all of her songs. But I'm gonna choose two songs from her song. So it will be I'm Still Waiting. I'm Still Waiting and Ain't No Mountain High. Ain't No Mountain High. Actually, the one she sang with Marvin Gaye. It's good, but I prefer the solo one. I prefer the solo one. Actually, I like I'm coming out. I'm coming out too, but I'll choose I'm Still Waiting and Ain't No Mountain High by Diana Ross. Now let's move on to the next one. It's number 15. Number 15, it's the country icon, the icon of everything actually. So number 15, it's the Dolly Parton. It's moving on according to the alphabeticals. It's moving according to alphabetical order. Now I'm saying that wrong. Okay, now never mind. So Dolly Parton. From Dolly Parton song, I'll choose Coat of Many Colors and Jolene. I actually love I Will Always Love You, and I love all of her songs, 9 to 5 and all, but I'll choose Goats of Many Colors and Jolene. So that's my choice for Dolly Parton. And 16. Number 16 is Elton John. Right. Elton John, man. Elton John is just an icon, bro. So from Elton John, I'll choose Tiny Dancer and Rocket Man. Yeah, like your song, and the song like Candle in the Wind, Sacrifice. Everything is so good. But I'll choose Rocket Man and Tiny Dancer from his song. Now let's move on to number 17, the King of Rock and Roll, Elvis Presley, which he also have the biography movie released this year, which is so good, played by Austin Butler. So go watch it out. So from his song, such an iconic song, I'll choose Jailhouse Rock and It's Now or Never. Everybody might say can't help falling in love, but I love that song. Of course, it's on my favorite song of all time, but I'll choose Jailhouse Rock and It's Now or Never from Elvis Presley song. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Now this one is Ella Fitzgerald. Ella Fitzgerald, the first lady of the music, right? So Ella Fitzgerald, from Ella Fitzgerald, I'll choose "Dream a Little Dream of Me" because everybody sing this song, like everybody cover the song. There's many version of this song, but I think "Dream a Little Dream of Me" version by Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong, they combined this song together, and I think this one is one of the best one. So from Ella Fitzgerald, I'll choose "Dream a Little Dream of Me," and number two, Tisket and Tasket. Tisket and Tasket, where's my yellow basket? So there we go. Now let's move on to number 19. Number 19, it's Etta James, the princess of soul, right? Soul music. That's what I think. So Etta James, from Etta James, I'll choose At Last as number one. And now it's like I'm just saying one and two, like two songs from. It's not one. This one is better or that one is better, but from Etta James, I'll choose At Last and A Sunday Kind of Love as two of my favorite songs from her song. Okay, now let's move on to number 20. Number 20 is Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton. It's moving on according to the alphabetical order. So it's Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton, from Eric Clapton, such an iconic singer, best guitarist of all time. And I like his song Layla, but it was performed as a group by the Derek and the Dominos, so I'll just leave out that one. I actually love Layla. Layla is one of my favorite songs. So, but from Eric Clapton, I'll choose Tears in Heaven. Tears in Heaven, right? Everybody knows that. And Wonderful Tonight. Wonderful Tonight. Come on, man. That's such an iconic, like, forever classic song. So now let's move on to F categories. It's number 21. It's by Fat Dominoes. Fat Dominoes, right? Fat Dominoes. You should have to, if you don't know Fat Dominoes, you should have to listen to Fat Dominoes, bro. Fat Dominoes song Blueberry Hills. Blueberry Hills, one of the best song of all time, right? Blueberry Hills by Fat Dominoes. And the number two song is Jambalaya. Jambalaya and Blueberry Hills by Fat Dominoes. That's two of the songs I choose from Fat Dominoes. Now let's move on to number 22. Number 22. This is Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra, right? Everybody knows Frank Sinatra, man. And from his song, I'll choose "Fly Me to the Moon." That's so obvious. Everybody would say that, but yeah, of course, you will choose that. I'll choose that, and that's so obvious. So two of my favorite Frank Sinatra song will be "Fly Me to the Moon" and "My Way." Actually, okay, never mind. I actually want to say "Come Fly with Me," but too much fly on that, so I'll just say "Fly Me to the Moon" and "My Way." Okay. Okay. Now let's move on to number 23. This is G. I have G section. So G, it's George Harrison. George Harrison, the Quiet Beatles. Actually, he's a genius and he's just underrated, man. So from George Harrison, I'll choose "My Sweet Lord," and "Give Me Love." Actually, I love that one song, "If Not for You" by him, but it's actually written by Bob Dylan. But his version is so good, you know, the guitar rhythm and the song, the sound, the music, everything is so good. But I'll choose "My Sweet Lord" and "Give Me Love" from George Harrison. Now let's move on to number 24. Number 24. This is H section now, and it's Howling Wolf. You know, Howling Wolf. From Howling Wolf, I'll choose "Smokestack Lightning." Man, this guy, the way he played guitar and the blues, the melodic blues that he produced, this he is just insane, man. Just sensational, just phenomenal, bro. So, Smokesticks, Lightning, and Highway 49. That will be my choice for Howlin' Wolf. Okay, now let's move on to number 25, and this is James Brown. Everybody knows James Brown. When it comes to James Brown, everybody might think he's the most energetic guy in the music industry, man. Nobody has done it like him. It's just magnetic, you know. So from James Brown, I'll choose it is a man's world, of course, and then get up off that thing, right? Yeah, get up off that thing, get up off of that thing. That's what he meant. And now let's move on to number 26, Janis Joplin. Bro, Janis Joplin is the queen of rock, man. Queen of rock, Janis Joplin. I love all of her song. I actually love that Mercedes-Benz song, but I love all of her song, but I'll choose me and Bobby McGee. And at number 2, Piece of My Heart. Piece of My Heart and Me and Bobby McGee. That's my choice for from Janis Joplin. Now let's move on to number 27, which is my favorite singer of all time, the Smart Beatles, John Lennon. I'll do the version. I would like to do the group version, the band version. That's why I left out all the band and group. Like there is no ACDC, like something like that. Yeah. You might think that's what I meant. So John Lennon. From John Lennon, I'll choose, of course, Imagine, and Beautiful Boy. Beautiful Boy. There's one beautiful quotations on this song, like life is what happened while you're busy making other plans, like that, right? So Beautiful Boy is one of the best song of all time. And now let's move on to number 28. 28 is Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash, the king of the country music. Johnny Cash is absolutely talented and amazing guy. And Joaquin Phoenix, he played as Johnny Cash in I Walk the Line, the movie I Walk the Line, and which is and Reese Witherspoon played the girl June Carter, which is amazing, bro. So from Johnny Cash, I'll choose I Walk the Line and Ring of Fire. Just legendary, man. This is a list of a legend, bro. So from Johnny Cash, I'll choose I Walk the Line and Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire, Ring of Fire. Yeah. So next is Johnny Mitchell. Among the female singer, I'll choose Johnny Mitchell as my number one. Johnny Mitchell is my number one among the female. So Johnny Mitchell is just her storytelling in her song. The storytelling in her song is just beyond everybody. It's just over the line, you know. She's just a very good songwriter. She's the best songwriter. So I'll choose from Johnny Mitchell. I love all of her songs like Big Yellow Taxi, Amelia, which is one of my favorite songs, Amelia actually. But there's even more better song that I should have to choose from her song, right? Blue is the best album of all time. That's what I would like to say to you. So from Johnny Mitchell, I will choose A Case of You and Both Sides Now. From her song, which is from two different albums, I think. Yeah, one is from Morning Town, and another one is from The Blue. And I like all of her songs, like Cactus Tree, everything. Johnny Mitchell is the girl, man. So now let's move on to number 30. This is Jimi Hendrix. Forever, man. Jimi Hendrix is the guy. So from Jimi Hendrix, I'll choose Burble Haze, and All Along the Watchtower. All Along the Watchtower is actually original song by Bob Dylan. Again, Bob Dylan, man. His songwriting is just unmatched to everybody, you know. So Jimi Hendrix must be a very big fan of Bob Dylan, but you know that. So Purple Haze and All Along the Watchtower. I actually like Hey Joe, and now you know that I like all of you. Like, this is legendary, so I don't need to mention that. So from Jimi Hendrix, I'll choose Purple Haze and All Along the Watchtower. And now next, let's move on to number 31. This is Louis Armstrong. Louis Armstrong, right? Louis Armstrong, the happy guy. Now, so from Louis Armstrong, I'll choose What a Wonderful World and La Vie en Rose. La Vie en Rose is actually the original song by Etifaf, right? Etifaf or something like that. It's a French song. That one is so good, but we don't know the. Now we know the meaning, but when we look at the Google, they translate itself. So La Vie en Rose and What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong. Now let's move on to the next one. This is Little Richard. Little Richard, the first man of the rock and roll, the first guy, the founder of the rock and roll. And from his song, I'll choose Tutti Frutti, and Good Golly Miss Molly. You know. So from Little Richard, I'll choose Good Golly Miss Molly and Tutti Frutti. That's my choice from Little Richard. Now let's move on to number 33. This is the Queen of Pop, Madonna. Madonna, you know. Madonna is still walking around and still, but she's a legend. So from Madonna, I love all of her songs like Vogue, Material Girl. Everything is so iconic, you know. But I'll choose La Isla Bonita and Like a Virgin from her song. From Madonna, I'll choose La Isla Bonita and Like a Virgin. That will be my go-to for Madonna. So now let's move on to number 34. This is Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye. Rolling Stone rated his album What's Going On as the number one album of all time. So Marvin Gaye, come on, definitely the best one. And you know the song Let's Get It On, that was the most sexual song of all time. And he also have that song called Sensual Healing, you know. But from Marvin Gaye, I'll choose What's Going On. What's going on? And number 2, I'll choose I Heard It Through the Grapevine. So that's very iconic. I'll choose that 2 song from Marvin Gaye. And now let's move on to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, the king of pop, the king of the. So yeah, I don't need to mention that. I love all of his, like, I don't know, man. I'll choose Billie Jean and Smooth Criminal. So not to talk too much. Now let's move on to next one. It's number 36, I think, right? So it's Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige. I'll mention her as a man. She's just a queen of hip hop soul. Yeah. That's how they entitle her on Wikipedia and everything, right? Like that. Yeah. Like she is a hip hop girl, but in the soul style, you know. Like Queen of Soul is Aretha Franklin, of course. When I started, I told you, but Mary J. Blige is Queen of Hip Hop Soul, right? So from Mary J. Blige, I'll choose Family Affair and Be Without You. There we go. Now let's go to number 37. This is N section. This first one is Nancy Sinatra, the daughter of Frank Sinatra, and I love Nancy Sinatra. And Nancy Sinatra, all of her song is so good and so smooth, and I don't know how to say. But from Nancy Sinatra, I'll choose Bang Bang. You know, Bang Bang, you shut me down, bang bang. Yeah, that one. It's actually a song by Cher, I think, but never mind with that. So Bang Bang and These boots are for walking. Now, so there we go. Now next one, it's number 38. Number 38. This is Otis Redding. Everybody knows Otis Redding, and I love Otis Redding. And from his song, I'll choose "Sitting on the Dock of the Bay." You know, sitting on the dock of the bay. So, and then next one, the next song from Otis Redding is "Hard to Handle." Hard to Handle. That is a good song. So now let's move on to number 39. Number 39. This is Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Dark, not Princess, the Prince of Dark, Ozzy Osbourne. Everybody love Ozzy Osbourne, man. He's just different. That's what. So from his song, I'll choose. I won't choose Dreamer. I think I'll choose Mr. Crowley, Mr. Crowley, and Road to Nowhere. Road to Nowhere. So from Ozzy Osbourne, I'll choose Mr. Crowley and Road to Nowhere. Now next, number 40. It's now B section, P section. I mean, it's Paul McCartney. Yeah, Paul McCartney, the legendary Sir Paul. Actually, he is Sir Paul McCartney. So this from Paul McCartney, I'll choose Say Say Say. It's actually Say 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 is actually a song by Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson. What a collaboration, bro. So Paul McCartney, I'll choose Say Say Say, and Maybe I'm Amazed. So that's the two songs I'll choose from Paul McCartney. And I also love that song, The Kiss of Venus, which Dominic Fike do with him. So that was a good one. I listened to that. So, and now let's move on to number 41. This is Patti Smith. Patti Smith is she's just so iconic, man. So from Patti Smith, I'll choose Because the Night belongs to lover. So that's the one. So from Patti Smith, I'll choose Because the Night and Dancing Barefoot. Now let's move on to the next one, number 42. This is Prince. Prince is a prince, of course. Man, we love. Everybody loves Prince. So from his song, I'll choose Purple Rain. I actually want to choose when the Dove Cry and Kiss, but I'll choose Raspberry Parrot as the next song. So it's Purple Rain and Raspberry Parrot. Raspberry Parrot, right? Parrots. And now let's move on to the next one. This is number 43. It's Queen Latifah. Man, Queen Latifah, such an iconic girl, man. She's queen, man. Come on. So from her song, I'll just Unity, Unity. That's what she said. That's what she said. So from Queen Latifah, I'll choose Unity and When You're Good to Mama. Yeah. So now let's move on to next one, number 44. The legend among the legend, Ray Charles. You know, Ray Charles, the blind guy. He is so phenomenal, man. How did he play the piano? How did he sing with that vocal? He have absolutely the best vocal. So Ray Charles, absolutely one of my favorite. And I love I've Got a Woman, I've Got a Woman away over town. She good to me. He's a unstoppable badass. So from Ray Charles, I won't choose that song. I love every song, but I'll just Hit the Road, Jack. Hit the road, Jack, don't you come back no more, no more, no more. Yeah, that's the one. So from Ray Charles, I'll choose Hit the Road, Jack, and Hallelujah. I love her so. Hallelujah, I love her so. Yeah, that's the one. So now let's move on to next one. Next one is number 45, Rod Stewart. He is also Sir Rod Stewart, you know. Sir Rod Stewart, I'll choose from Rod Stewart, I'll choose Maggie May, and All for Love. Yeah, it's all for love. Yeah, that's the one. And now let's move on to the next one. This is Robert Johnson, the first guy of the 27 Club, you know. They say they have the conspiracy that he sold his soul to the devil. So he has this song called "Me and the Devils," like "Me and the Devils walking side by side," like that. Yeah, but I wouldn't choose that song. I love that song, but I if it comes to my favorite two songs from Robert Johnson, I'll choose "Crossroad Blues." That's of course a song about the devil, and then "Sweet Home Chicago." Sweet Home Chicago. Yeah, that one, that one. So now let's move on to the next one. This is Rob. No, 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 no. S section, and this is number 47. This is Stevie Wonder, bro. Stevie Wonder, forever the classic Stevie Wonder. He's blind too, man. So from Stevie Wonder, I'll choose Superstition. Stupor. No, Superstitions, and I just call to say I love you. Some bucks. So I'll choose Stevie Wonder's song. From his song, I'll choose Superstitions, and I just called to say I love you. So now let's move on to the next one. This is number 48. Number 48 is Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke, right? Sam Cooke. Everybody is just grooving along with Sam Cooke, man. So from Sam Cooke, I'll choose What a Wonderful World. Number one as What a Wonderful, but it's different from Louis Armstrong What a Wonderful World. This one is something like don't know much about history, don't know much about something like that. But yeah, it's like that. I know the song. It seems like I'm doubting myself, you know. But the one with Louis Armstrong is What a Wonderful World. But this one is Oh, what a wonderful world this could be. It's totally different. Both good songs, so check that out. And so Sam Cooke, from Sam Cooke, it's What a Wonderful World and A Change Gonna Come, which is a very good song. But also I'll choose three songs from this guy. So bring it home to me. Bring it home to me. Bring it home to me is one of the best songs of all time, man. So Sam Cooke, there we go. What a wonderful world. A change gonna come. Bring it home to me. Now let's move on to the next one. It's Shania Twain. She's legend too. So from Shania Twain, I will choose Man, I Feel Like a Woman. That one, yeah. Man. Yeah. From Shania Twain, I'll choose Man, I Feel Like a Woman. Yeah, that's the one. Man, I Feel Like a Woman. And then number two, it's You're Still the One. So there we go. From Shania Twain, I'll choose Man, I Feel Like a Woman. And two, You're Still the One. Next, 50. Tracy Chapman. Tracy Chapman. Just classic. And then from her song, I'll choose A Fast Car. We're driving a fast car. Na 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 na. So from Tracy Chapman, I'll choose Fast Car and Baby Can I Hold You. That's the one. That's the vibe. 51 now. Let's move on to number 51. This is V section now. V section. It's Van Morrison. From Van Morrison's song, I'll choose Into the Mystic and Brown Eye Girl. You're my brown eye girl. Yeah, that's the one, man. The best song ever. What the Next, number 52. It's Whitney Houston. From Whitney Houston, I'll choose I wanna dance with somebody. Number one, and number two, I Will Always Love You. This is Dolly Parton's song, actually, originally Dolly Parton's song, but Whitney Houston covered it and she just give it all her soul with this song, man. Just getting it all out. So I'll choose those two songs from Whitney Houston. And now let's move on to number 53. This is Willie Nelson, the badass of the country genre. He just smoked weed and just live forever, man, and he's just play the guitar like there's nothing else. So I love Willie Nelson and all of his songs is so good. So actually I love this Blue Eye Crying on the Rain, you know, but I'll choose Always on My Mind and yeah, On the Road Again. So from Willie Nelson, I'll choose Always on My Mind and On the Road Again, and Blue Eye Crying on the Rain. So three songs from this guy. No, never mind, no problem. But I think and lastly, I think I forgot this legendary dude. So the legendary guy. I mean, so I think I forgot this. But before we stop, I forgot this guy, Billy Joel. Billy Joel I left out in alphabetical order. Willie Nelson is the last one as far as I know, but Billy Joel, I forgot to mention Billy Joel. Billy Joel, from Billy Joel's song I'll say Vienna and Piano Man. Yeah, sing us a song of a piano man. Yeah, so from Billy Joel I'll choose Piano Man and Vienna. Actually, like Uptown Girl, that is good, right? So, but everybody knows that. But I'll choose Vienna and Piano Man from Billy Joel. So there we go. This is the edition of the legendary singer, legendary 55 legendary singer, a legendary collection. Next one I'll do hip hop. Oh no, rappers edition and a group or band or duo collection and people who are famous nowadays, man. Like you know. So there we go. Okay.